Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Luz Escalona. Llevo alrededor de 2 semanas en el hotel.
Luz Escalona first came to America 1 month ago seeking asylum. She was told there was housing in Portland as her asylum claim is processed.
Y elegí Portland porque nos dijeron que acá nos podrían ayudar con, como le digo, pues, con alojamiento, o sea, un techo donde uno estar mientras que uno acomoda sus papeles emigratorios.
A local nonprofit has been paying for her and 80 others, including more than 30 children, to stay in this hotel by the airport. That money ran out last week. The nonprofit asked Multnomah County for help keeping them housed, but the county offered the families tents. Instead, Portland City Commissioner Renee Gonzalez's office paid for their hotel rooms until Friday. Luz is worried the children will end up on the streets.
Ahí adentro hay alrededor de 30 niños que quedarán sin hogar. Necesitamos su ayuda, en que nos pueden ayudar para nosotros algo para vivir, donde nuestros hijos no pasen necesidades en la calle.
We brought this to Mayor Ted Wheeler.
I literally heard about this for the first time yesterday. I think we all agree that the right answer is not to hand people tents and say, welcome, you can join the population of homeless people on the streets of Portland. That is the wrong answer.
On Wednesday, we heard from Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson for the first time about this.
So what was the thought process around handing tents to these 80 people?
I don't know exactly what the thought process was around the tents. I think that there was outreach that had happened last week, and I think in the best possible, with the best possible meeting, our staff were like, "This is the assistance that I can provide you right now." So I applaud that kind of problem solving, but that is in no way like a long-term plan. I'm directing Multnomah County to look for resources to help pay for 1 more month to help these families.
In 2022, the Oregon Department of Human Services spent $29 million on a welcome center for asylum seekers. That program ended this past December, and it's not clear what the plan was for these families once it closed. The legislature just approved another $2 million for community groups to help incoming families.
But that isn't enough. And so I really, I'm looking for having a conversation, a partnership about what are we going to do to address the issue of folks who are going to continue to come into our state.
I was shocked. I first heard about it when you reported on it.
Multnomah County Commissioner Sharon Myron also speaking out against giving the asylum seekers tents instead of housing.
Putting people who have been traumatized, children who have been traumatized, onto the street and offering them tents it's appalling.
Do you think you and the rest of the commissioners will come up with a solution come Friday?
We better.
What would you like to say to local leaders right now?
Bueno, me gustaría decirle que por favor nos ayuden, que tenemos niños, hay niños por en medio que necesitan de verdad de un techo, de una estabilidad. Eso es lo que le quiero decir a todos.
All right, so the state does play a role in all of this, and we've asked the governor's office for the past 2 days about this, and we still have not heard back yet. We'll let you know when we do. But tomorrow there is a Multnomah County board meeting about this where commissioners are hoping to come up with some form of a plan so that these families don't end up on the streets come this weekend. Pat?
Yeah, 80 people, and there's no plan. I mean, we're talking about 2 days, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I asked the county chair about that, and here's what she said.
So are there talks in the work? Is there a plan come Friday when these families could end up on the streets?
Yeah, I think one thing that it's really important to make clear is that, we have been helping to support the 300 families that have been asylum seekers through the See No Stranger program. We've also been supporting over the past several months through our family winter shelter program that's run through the Joint Office of Homeless Services, another 9 families. And we've directed the Joint Office to continue that program for an additional month, not just for asylum families, but for all of the families that are being supported by that program.
So what I got from that was, don't ask me about these 80 people. Let me tell you about these other people that we've already helped, right?
I mean, sure, she didn't exactly answer the question, but she did tell me that her main focus right now is finding ways to support these nonprofits that care for these families.
And again, she is trying to find a way to keep these families housed in that hotel for at least another month. Meanwhile, the mayor is trying to find a way to keep these families off the streets of Portland and in tents.
Okay, thanks, Blair. We'll be watching with fingers crossed.